Good evening. You start.
I thought I was whatever.
You start.
Anyway,
Go.
after this confusion, welcome to Edessa, the Dark Crusade Season 2. And we set the scene at the bazaar, which is also the rack for those who are in the know. Part where people without domain or herd are allowed to let go of their depravities and their hunger and feed, hopefully without too much risk. And it is there that we start the scene off with the littlest La Sombra, Lady Irene Argyris, still wearing her dark blue dress with matching veil to hide the still awful looking scars and wounds on her face. And is, gonna go around, notice a couple of young looking, fresh looking, I'd say, merchant sons, dressed in rather rich clothing, and she'll approach them, starts chatting to them, and asks one of them to come along with her because, yeah, there is something that she thought she saw in that alleyway over there. And as he follows her, and she'll take him into the darker alleyway and starts using dominate to make him stand still and not scream or anything. She'll just little awkwardly take one or two blood points, lick the wound clean, and will, after a kiss, send him away again to meet up with his friends. This she will repeat after a while with a lonely soldier that she will also ask to come into the alleyway because she was sure she saw something there, something bad. And she'll take another two, and we'll again repeat this for a third time after again waiting a little bit so that, wouldn't raise suspicion of someone watching. She goes into the alleyway time and time again. So after making another round, probably maybe like buying some fruits, she will drink again from a nobleman making his way through the streets, that she will chat up and ask to step into the alley with her. She'll only take one blood point from him because he doesn't look too solid. Looks a little skinny guy. And again, we'll send him off. And it's there that we start the scene with her looking around, trying to see, like, would she try for another victim or would she leave it at this? She feels rather satisfied, not completely full, but well enough.
Okay. As you come out of that alleyway for the third time, and you've given the third meal, the kiss on the chin, sent him kind of stumbling on his way. You notice that there's a figure just kind of crouching at the entrance to the alleyway. You didn't notice him there before. He's kind of dressed in rags, and he's sitting there, and there's a rat, rather fairly large rat, about we'll say about probably 11 inches in length, from tail to snout, and he's just, the reason your eyes are drawn to him is because he starts tapping his knee with one finger. Time to the music of the tapping finger, the rat is just kind of moving back and forth, almost like he's just kind of wiggling his hips, the tapping of the music. And as you
Oh, I can't hear you anymore. There you are again.
That okay.
It happens.
What was the last thing you heard? The dancing rat.
The dancing rats, yes.
Right. As the rat kind of does the little wiggle back and forth, and you turn, you hear a voice coming from under the hood and saying, "Going for more?"
She stops and actually kind of takes a step back, looks around, then realizing that he's talking to her, she'll just kind of look at him. Excuse me, I've no idea what you're talking about.
He stops tapping on his knee, and he'll just kind of slide a hand out and reach down, and the rat will kind of run up his arm and disappear into the beggar's robes that he's wearing, and he'll turn to the left his head and turn to the right, just kind of looking to see who's around, and says there's no one visibly around. He'll raise his face up, and kind of the hood will kind of come back a little bit, and she'll get that monstrous visage just for a flash, and then he'll lower his head again, just giving her a
good look.
A good look for a second. His visage is very animalistic. His face almost has small hairs on it, which almost looks like fur. His mouth is overly large, like to the point to where if he were to smile, it would probably look like the Cheshire Cat. And he just kind of shrugs and says, "Maybe I mean nothing. Maybe I saw what I didn't think I saw. However, what I didn't see, it's never smart to tempt fate a fourth time."
As she sees his kind of monstrous appearance, she has not seen a Nosferatu's true form before. So, however, she'll keep extremely calm face, like this is the normalest thing to watch, with 5 successes on a subterfuge roll.
Absolutely.
And she will nod, understanding, take a step closer, and
as she takes a step closer, she'll notice that his back foot, he's kind of crouched against the wall. His back foot will kind of slide out as if he's like literally getting ready to dart to the right if she were to step any further.
Yeah, she doesn't. She just takes a step. That the one that she took back, she'll just kind of take it. Make us or retract that. Blah blah English. Blah. She'll, I said, she nods. She says, "I."
And as you take that step towards him, you'll hear a kind of a low growl come from beside one of the stall spot nearby, and you'll see like a mangy old dog kind of sitting there looking at her, ears back.
"Oh, I beg your pardon." And she will again take that step back to create a little more space.
And you'll see the hooded figure just kind of whistle lowly, just kind of, and the dog kind of trots over and just kind of sit beside him. He'll reach up a rag-covered hand and just kind of scratch it. He's like, "He doesn't mean it. He's protective."
Right. I've heard of your, and it's her time to look around, and then she'll look back at the alleyway.
And he'll answer before she says,
maybe
"Yes, I am."
maybe want to talk over there. She kind of smiles a bit apologetic because, yeah, she doesn't want to. First of all, someone of her standing being seen talking very intimately with the beggar might give off a wrong sign. And second of all, that the alleyway is more private than where they're standing right
He'll
now.
actually reach out a hand, getting your hint, and say, "Give me a coin."
Yes, my lord. As she is presuming that he is above her station right now with the demands in his voice.
He shakes his hand and says, "No. No, my lord. I'm Grin."
I beg your pardon, Sir Grin. She will, go into her satchel, or satchels for on a saddle, for on a horse, never mind. Goes into her pouch and
Sure.
will take out a couple of copper coins and will hand them over to him.
Okay. He just takes them in his hand and makes them, and just as if getting paid to do something, will stand up and simply walk into the alleyway that she's been using as a dinner table.
And she'll follow.
Okay.
And,
and I'm going to enact a zone of silence on the entry to that alleyway. That are watching, I don't have to spend blood and I don't have to roll. So she will, as she walks through that entryway to the alley, it will go deathly silent. I mean, the sounds of the city around her, everything, it's almost as if her hearing is completely muffled.
Okay.
Step space. And then once she clears out of that 5 steps, she'll be able to hear again. And once she clears that, he will be kneeling down beside one of the walls with the dog.
She botches her awareness roll to realize that he's doing that. So a little,
okay.
Like when she walks through that area, she just immediately stops and looks around. What's that?
And she notices when she says it, nothing comes out of her mouth.
She'll look at Grin. Look of concern on her face. I'm not quite sure if you could see it with her veil being in front of her face, but yeah.
He's squatting by the wall, petting the dog. If he sees her hesitate, he'll just kind of raise a finger and crook it towards her, like, keep coming, that kind of thing. Because he knows she can't hear him, so he's not going to say anything.
Yeah, she'll continue to walk, but very much on guard right now because she thinks that something or someone is watching them. So her eyes kind of dart up to the different roofs of the buildings that they're standing in between, checking out if she can see anything. Then back into the direction of the bazaar to see if anyone is standing there, looking into the place. Then she particularly focuses on the shadows to see if they are like normal or if something is amiss.
Okay. I'm not doing anything as far as that's concerned. The only thing you might notice is if you look up above, there should be like a little overhang or something, and there's probably like a little rat sitting up there that's kind of nibbling on something, watching.
Mm-hmm.
And as you step through and you finally hit that 5th step, the sound will come back to you because you've left his zone of silence. And he will say, "Now they can't hear us. Anyone who passes by."
Was that you?
He smiles widely.
Right. I beg your pardon. Where are my manners? Sir Grin, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Lady Irene Argyris, childer of Lady Celine Alexandris of Clan Sombra.
If you see him, you can see his the hood nods several times as you're saying it. "I'm Gren." That's all he says.
Yeah, she just lets that hang because she basically is waiting for that follow-up that's not coming. She kind of purses her lips for a moment. Oh, okay. Yes, Sir Grin, you told me your name before. Just now. You are of Clan Nosferatu, I presume.
Yes. I hide like you do.
I normally don't hide, and she looks away. However, my face right now is not suitable for anyone to see, really.
He kind of looks up and he cocks his head to the side. You can kind of see part of his face in the light as one of them, like one eye kind of looks at you.
She'll kind of quickly lift the veil so that he can see like the scars running over. Some of the wounds still like half opened. They seem to be done by something that can slash, so they're slash wounds. And then quickly kind of lowers the veil again and hides that.
You're wounded. You should fix that.
Yes, that was why I was here. And she'll actually at that point kind of take a time to spend 2 blood points and heal all the damage to her face.
He'll smile as he watches that happen. It's not good to stay wounded. You never know when you'll need to run.
No, I know. It's just that I didn't really want to do it publicly. It would be a bit weird if an observant kind would realize that things changed, even if I'm wearing a veil. It doesn't hide everything.
And he'll nod.
And she'll actually, like at that point, throw back the veil and reveal her face. She's pretty, appearance 4. With, well, it's on the overlay, so.
Oh, nice. Okay, when he sees that she is like more than moderate appearance, he will immediately kind of. She can almost see him kind of lean back against the wall a little bit. There's obviously something going on there.
She'll roll empathy to spot that. Perception, empathy. 3 successes.
Oh yeah, you could tell that right when you kind of showed him, basically, or he noticed how pretty you were, he got very much on guard. For some reason.
She'll again take a step back and giving him more space, and will lower the veil. I beg your pardon. I didn't realize that my face would make you uncomfortable.
It's your face. It's not mine.
Yes.
Wow.
Have you been in the city long, Sir Grin?
A while. More than 1 moon. Less than 100.
That is longer than I have been here. I have not seen you at Elysium.
No. The Hidden haven't had a chance to introduce me yet, although they did gain permission for me to be here until the Prince had leisure.
I see.
So, I'm not in anybody's territory.
I didn't accuse you of such.
Okay.
I mean, I heard that this place was free to feed for all.
Hmm. But that makes it also difficult.
Yes.
As you said, too many eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Too many things
Just
happen
gonna,
at one place, brings more eyes.
yeah. A lot of people can be a benefit, but can also be an obstacle.
You know, that's right. I follow, I watch. Tonight, I watch here to make sure that there aren't too many watching.
You always do this in the city?
Anywhere I need.
So,
He kind of looks up and you can kind of see the hood fall back a little bit, just unconsciously. And he's like, have you been to the slums?
no. I have not.
He kind of looks a little crestfallen at that.
But
Never been to Malkavian territory.
no. Until the Elysium, my sire kept me in her haven.
How awful. She didn't let you roam. She kept you caged.
I mean, I am still rather young, Sir Grin, and my studies to understand what we are and how we are supposed to interact with each other and with the city is still going. She'll kind of smile at that. She had the right to do this, and although I longed to go outside and explore the city, I think it was a wise action of hers.
Mhm. I suppose it is her right. You are hers.
Yes.
There's a definite note of possession in that when he says it.
She'll just nod because, yeah, she understands that.
Yeah. But even in amongst us, much like amongst, he kind of ruffles the dog's fur on its head. My friends, children have to learn to fend for themselves at some point. If them
Yes.
caged for too long, when you finally do release them, they'll be lost.
This is why after Elysium I was allowed to roam for myself and explore the city. But circumstances have taken away the chance to yet explore the city very far. As she kind of gestures to her face.
What do you want to see? You're very pretty. There are places here that pretty people shouldn't go.
I can hide myself. If she again gestures to this time the veil more.
You can tell that, and I'll give you this one without the perception empathy. When you say I can hide myself,
Yeah,
it's that total look of, oh, pumpkin. How cute.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
Yeah. But he says, he doesn't try to hide it, but he's just like, you can hide yourself.
well,
There's a definite look of like a bit of amusement around his lips.
She'll pick up on that and kind of lowers her head a little. She is smiling herself. Not as good as some others of our kind. But when it comes to a pretty face, that needs to be shoved away, I guess. But you were talking about the slums. Are they interesting?
Dangerous.
I see.
Someone's being very sloppy there.
You're talking about the veil breaches.
He just kind of nods, growling.
It's not just there.
He kind of narrows his eyes. Where else?
In multiple places, actually. I do not know exactly where, but I've heard my elders talk about it. Apparently, someone is going about hunting in domains of others. Not just the slums, but in almost every place in the city, except for your clan's domain so far.
Hmm.
You say you have eyes all in the city. Have you noticed anything?
I have. He leaves it at that.
Yeah, no, she totally understands that. She'll actually smile. I see. Maybe, if you want, of course, we could work together on this, trying to find out some information. Maybe find out the culprit.
He kind of his head comes up a little bit. It had started to kind of lull down, like he was looking at the ground. And he says, "Something for something. What are you offering?"
Oh, I'm not sure if that what I have to offer will be something that you would desire. I have some contacts in the clergy and in some of the noble houses. I could share info with you if you wish.
He kind of raises his head a little bit. Keys are things. They're physical things. They open physical doors, but there are also other keys. People that open those doors. Things that open those doors. Times that open those doors. Papers that open those doors. I am a collector of keys. All types of keys.
I see.
But I also offer keys.
She'll nod. Looking at him again. Maybe the key to this answer, to this riddle, would be honesty. My clan, in fact, the Seneschal has asked me to look into this, to ask others to assist. If we find anything, find the person who did this, that would be a key for you to gain respect in our society.
You see him. You can tell that he is. That doesn't seem to be thrilling to him.
No, she understands that.
Yeah.
She's starting to understand some of the low clans, but still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I understand. It's entirely an appropriate thing for her to offer. You live where?
I live
what
with my
quarter?
sire.
What quarter?
We live in the merchant district.
How does one get into the merchant district? Is there a gate?
Out of character, I have no idea.
I don't either. Hold on a second. I've been telling Tom, this is a note for Tom. We need an actual map of Edessa. Tom and Chris, paging Tom and Chris, we need a map of Edessa. Thank you. All right. With this, he's like, merchants.
Yes.
Merchants. Are you and your sire merchants then?
My sire is, yes.
What does she sell? Or he? Or it?
She told you Lady Celine Alexandris as her sire. So you can assume that it's she.
Hey, you gotta understand. Just go look at the Nosferatu Who's Who, okay? It's a perfectly valid response from him.
This is fair. She'll think. She says, my sire says that she can arrange anything if the price is right.
Something for something. We discover what's doing this. You get the credit. Yes. I get a letter from your sire saying she'll do something.
She'll nod thoughtfully. As you understand, I cannot make that decision without informing my sire.
Of course not. However, those amongst the high, I believe what you offered me is more appealing. Yes.
Yes.
So, I will help you get that.
Mm-hmm.
And your sire will help me gain keys. Through you. I have no need to meet her.
Sire. I understand. She is also very beautiful. She now almost sounds apologetic.
And he smiles and he'll just nod. He understands why she says it. All right.
How can I reach word for you if my sire agrees or if she disagrees?
And he will say, here in the bazaar, there's a booth that sells daggers. There's a guard that frequents it. His name is Hasim. Tell Hasim you need to speak to Grin.
Yes, Sir Grin. I will do so.
Give him a coin.
Mm-hmm.
he will send the coin to me so that I know it's really you.
Any specific coin?
He'll reach in a pocket and he'll pull out one of the copper coins you gave him earlier, and he'll hand it to one of the rats will come up out of his arm and bite it so that it leaves teeth marks in the coin, and then he'll hand it to her.
She'll nod and will put the coin away separately from the other ones. Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you, Sogrin. She will extend her hand, but she will do so hesitantly, as if she's not sure if he will take it.
He'll kind of look at it and sniff at it, and then just go kind of nod, and then we'll turn and walk further into the alleyway.
And yeah, she will take 2 steps backwards respectfully, and then turn around as well, and we'll walk back into the bazaar.
Okay. And only 3 successes to stealth that time. So he still disappears pretty good at the end of that alleyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think with that, unless you have something else, we can end. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watcher, for watching, and we'll see you guys later.